round is over. The lights are on, 6 remain, but only one takes it home.
They fought through the fire, played through the pain, stacked their wins, read the game. Now the final 6 take their place at the table where legends chase. No more rebuys, no more rounds, just cards and chips and battlegrounds. They came with skill, with pride, with style. This is the moment when it's worth the while. Final table, light shine bright. Glory waits in the heat of the night. Every move, every read, every play, earn the hard way, no easy way. This is where the best collide. Syndicate pride, no need to hide. No second chances, but full respect to those who rose with every check. Now it's chips, it's nerves, it's time to write your name in the syndicate line. Final table, light shine bright. Only one walks out tonight. Not for luck, not for show, for the grind, for the game, for the goal. Let the cards fall where they may. The syndicate plays their way. Screens glowing, silence, faces lit in code. Aces crossing continents on one electric road. Your morning cup is someone's dusk. Hands collide in space. Poker's universal tongue. We deal in every place. 0 hour in Denver. High noon in Bahrain. Shuffle up. Time's just another vein.
Well, it only takes 2 tries to get it all right, right? It is the Syndicate's World Shift Final Championship, live right here on YouTube. 2 a.m. right here in Denver, Colorado. The players are set. Everybody showed up. Everybody's here. Everybody's ready. But are they ready for the horrible riggedness of the cards? We'll find out. Everybody's excited to get this game actually underway after a massive snafu last week. A new movie is being made, actually. Yeah, they're calling it the Syndicate Presents Poker Now Failure to Launch. Anyway, the World Shift, after 8 weeks of grinding it out, 8 weeks of qualifying, getting points and everything, this is your final table for the World Shift series, whatever, whatchamacallit. But who's playing? Well, you can see them on the table, but let's introduce them officially. We got Casely, 4 King Ace-Hole, Millie, Biggie Large, Vixen, Jam Rock and Roll, our 2 overseas Australian players playing in tonight's final game, as well as your usual suspects, Biggie, Casely, 4 King Ace-Hole, Vixen, all in. But who will be all in first? And who will go out first? And who will take home the coveted World Shift watch? Hopefully it'll be Biggie Large that will end up taking that sucker. Who knows? We joke. The Syndicate, we play for real. We play like it's real. What is it? We really play to actually play like it's really real. something like that. Somebody came up with that. Oh, it was probably me. But also I'll have a lot of fun all at the same time. Everybody's rip roaring, ready to go, and table looking nice. The final tables always looking nice for the Syndicate. New logo for the World Shift Final Championship. Looking all snazzy instead of the big scary skull, as he's called. Poker Ghost, the official name. So, the Syndicate playing over at pokernow.club. This is a free roll, a free-to-play poker game. Nobody's paying any money, but you can check us out at syndicatepokerclub.com, the official website of the Syndicate Poker Club. Cards are on the table. We have shuffled up and dealt, and we are rocking and rolling. As everybody gets their action going, we just found out there was a little bit of a audio echo earlier, but nothing we can do about it now. We got 4-6 queen, all clubs on the board. Vixen and Casely going heads up in this first hand of the final table. Vixen going 200. Casely calling 8 of spades on that river. Casely checking it over to Vixen. Vixen going 4. About half the pot there. Oh, it is half the pot. I could watch the big screen instead of the small screen, but that's all right. Vixen will bet enough to take it down with the king high flush. And there we go. First hand down in the history books. As we get rocking and rolling, all 6 players. Introduce them all to you once again, as we always do with the Syndicate. Player of the Year points already marked and ready to go. This is just for the final accolade to go on everybody's profiles as to what they've won and when they've won it and how important they really are. And see who really cares. Probably nobody. But the Syndicate cares. And we are going to be broadcasting 2 brand new Syndicate songs tonight, debuting on this broadcast. So if you're out there on the YouTube channel, stay tuned. Everybody always loves the fun music that the Syndicate comes up with. Jammer will take that one down. We will not see a river. We will not see a showdown. Game of Texas Hold'em. Everybody betting out blinds at $25.50. All in chips. Play chips. Free to play. Have to keep saying that real quick at the beginning of the broadcast, so please pardon me. Otherwise, YouTube shuts us down. You guys are promoting gambling. Yeah, whatever. And then they let people post videos of people pooping in public for some reason. Anyway. As we start the next hand, we'll go into the explanation again. We got an ace of spades on that river. That could be very dangerous. Casely betting $1.50, and that'll be enough to take her down. She did catch the pair of aces, is all we know so far on that hand. The dealer with the little white button there, that's Vixen. She would be dealing the cards from left to right. Then a small blind, a forced bet goes to poor king ace hole before the cards are dealt. A bigger double that goes to Jammer. He's on the big blind, which was the 50. Everybody then has to call, raise, or fold in order to stay in the hand before all cards come out. Then everybody is dealt 2 cards face down. A round of betting goes around. Then 3 community cards are put out. Everybody uses those. A round of betting, then the turn. And there you go. There's your result. These guys are playing real fast, so we can't really explain it all at the same time. One of these days, we will get the poker ghost out here to explain it all to you in better shape and form. with his buck teeth. Seven, queen, 5. There is a computer hand on the board. Everything's, well, not rainbowed up. Kind of rainbowed up. We have 2 hearts out there. Now we got double clubs with a jack of clubs coming on the river. Everybody has drank more coffee than Freak Child tonight. They are playing fast and furious. Casely going to buck 50. Just betting the pot. Jammer will call it. Jammer with pocket kings. Playing those slow. Interesting hand there. Would have expected a little bit more of a bet out of those, but see, they're playing fast, but they're playing conservative all at the same time. Apparently, that's how it goes. Syndicate Poker Club right here on YouTube. Playing on pokernow.club, a free-to-play poker site. No money involved. All free to play. Give you more information on that later. 5, jack, 10, 2 clubs on the board. We got a buck 50 to go. 4 spades on the turn. Casely in the action. She's going to go 2. Vixen's going to go with it. Everybody's staying in. Another spade, 8 on the river. Buck 50 from Casely. Vixen goes up, doubles it up. Jammer calls. Casely in the action. And Vixen will take it 2 pair, catching 2 pair on the river. A lot of river action going so far. It's a good thing the Syndicate has written the song The River of Tears. It's always apropos when you're playing in poker. $150 to go. Casely will call it. Biggie large in the action. 10-7 of clubs with a 9 of diamonds. Middle of the road flop there. Casely's going to go after everybody checks. $2.25. And now Casely's going again. $4.50, half the pot again. Millie calling it. 7 of hearts. Casely betting 9. Gets Millie out of there. Could have been another river of tears. And it was kind of a river of tears. Look at that. Vixen had the trip 7, but Casely did take it down with the trip 7. The river is a nasty place today. Nasty little place. 2, queen, 5. Rainbow, as we call it. 1 of each suit out there. A spade, a diamond, and a club. Two of clubs, pairing up the board. Silly Millie Vanilli, checking it out. 350 from Biggie Large, who is hoping to win the World Shift final table so that he can tell time, because the final table this series wins the coveted World Series watch. Biggie Large taking it down 2 pair queen. Well, sorry, 5s over queens on a full boat. Poker Cat, our official referee, correcting me on that one. Introduce Poker Cat real quick. Poker Cat, the official Syndicate referee. Favorite game variant is chip chasing. Hates rabbits. 9 years old. Loves himself some treats. So if you want a ruling in your favor, bring the Temptations cat treats. He will take them. Working ace-hole taking a hand down finally with a straight. Big old Broadway there with his jack queen. Syndicate will be playing another game, a new series that will be starting here in about 18 hours from now. A bounty series called Where's Chase? Got a little promo for you guys to see on that here later. A couple of sixes, a 4 and a queen on the board. There's 2 clubs with the 6 and the queen. Now there's a 9 of spades on the river. Casely and Millie going on the action again. And Millie will take it with trip 6s. Casely had pocket 10s there. A lot of slow playing going on with the gang here tonight. As we said, you can come play with us. Play with the Syndicate or any other number of players. Absolutely free of charge. 100% free poker over at pokernow.club. A free-to-play poker client. Build clubs, private tables, build your own tables, private games, community sit-and-go games, community ring games. Get in on the premium membership. You can build yourself a club just like the Syndicate. Web streaming custom tables, that's all on you. So there you go. Working ace, all jam, rock and roll, Casely and Biggie all in this hand with 3 diamonds on the board, ace high, 7 ace deuce, going from one extreme to the other. Literally at the very bottom and then the very top of those diamonds there. And one smack dab in the middle. Checked around so far. Whole table will see the river for free. Working ace will go 300, and that'll be enough to take that one down. Showing just the pair of aces. No flush. Represented it nicely. Forking ace hole. Or am I in high school again? Forking ace hole. Dominating the Omaha series. Or so he thinks. Actually, I think Biggie Large dominated the Omaha series. But loves him some Omaha High. That Poker Now ranking, I don't know what that is. That's old. But the Syndicate overall ranking still sits in first. Currently is the Syndicate overall player. Hails from Los Angeles. He's been a Poker Now sit-and-go season champion. You can check those out at pokernow.club. Most annoyed by all the lucky fuckers out there. And he said it exactly like that. The lucky fuckers out there. But that's working ace hole. Only took Casely 6 months to figure out what exactly his name meant. 2 10s on the board. Rainbowed up. Along with a 6. Now a 3 on the turn. Millie, Vixen, and Biggie checking it for a free card on the river at 8 of clubs. Millie Vanilli will fold it out. Vixen not going to go for the extra 50 on the small blind. So we're just going to go forking ace hole and jammer. The 2 oldest members of the Syndicate. Beyond Poker Ghost. Battle of the Old Farts. 4 clubs coming out on the turn. Double checked and a jack coming on the river, on the radio, on the river, whatever you want to call it. 850, 4 king ace will take it with a straight, catching on the river yet again. The river is a nasty place to be tonight. Holy crap. Everybody catching the big monsters on the river. 7 deuce 4, rainbowed up on the flop here. On hand number blah, blah, blah. Because I don't know what hand it is. Be good luck. What hand are we in? Let's find out. We are in hand. Oh, we're only 16 hands in. Seems like we've been watching this game for hours. Probably just because of my voice. Have I put you to sleep yet? Oh, no. The time is here. Time for you. If you drink, get another beer. I'm still in high school. Poker Cat investigating the game. We may have a new ruling coming. Watch out. 5 king 9. 5 king 9 on the board. 2 hearts. Piggy Large and Casely going heads up on this one. Oh, that's what we haven't checked in on. Thank you. Thank you, Poker Cat. Another heart, king. Check, check. And the pair of 5s. Kings over 5s. We'll take that. Not a very big pot. Check out where our actual chip leads are sitting right now, though. 4 king ace hole sitting in first right now. Vixen with following in second. Biggie Large, Millie, Jammer, Casely bringing up the rear. But anything can change. The game is still close. Blinds are still only 5,100. 3 minutes to go until they go up to, where are we going? 100, 100, 200. And then they will go up 100, 200 respectively after that. For the rest of the game. Everybody's starting out with 10,000 in play chips, by the way. Once again, for the YouTube moderators, this is free-to-play poker with the Syndicate. Piggy Large is out of there for the extra 50. Millie on the option to check or raise. She will raise it. Vixen going to go ahead and call it and see what we get. We get a king 4 queen, 2 diamonds. Millie says another 3 with pocket kings against pocket jacks. Wow, tripped up there for Millie. That could have been dangerous for Vixen right there had she got the jack. We could have seen a lot more action. Vixen saying, stupid jacks. Pocket jacks, a little known fact with the Syndicate, pocket jacks are the epitome of horrificness and nightmares. Pocket jacks it's basically what nightmares are made out of. Give me a break, it's 2:30 in the morning. I'm trying to keep my speech impediments to a minimal. Anyway, pocket jacks always going down hard. Everybody hates them. Casely is notorious for what they do to her, so we will see what happens here. Casely taking some time there to call. Another 3 coming on the turn. Jammer going 100. Casely calling. Jack of clubs. This could be another river of tears. No, not quite. Not quite. Just 7s and 3s. Could have been a flush. That's what I was looking at. That's what I thought was going to happen. We never know. Anyway, this is the Syndicate Poker Club playing live right now. This is a live game, the World Shift Final Championship. Everybody playing for the Covenant World Shift Watch. And the title of World Shift Champion after 8 weeks of qualifying to see who could make it out of a whole field of players. And you can check out that roster at syndicatepokerclub.com, as well as game schedules. Whole new list of series coming up here pretty soon. So if you're a poker player out there or you are a member of PokerNow.club, check out the Syndicate. Always looking for new players. Fresh blood, as they call it. 6 of hearts coming on the river. I don't know if that's going to make a river of tears. And it won't. Wasn't even a turn of turmoil. Which, by the way, we're going to premiere that for you now. Gang, I'm going to take a break from the mic. This is the brand new world premiere of a brand new Syndicate song for y'all. We have the River of Tears, but tonight you guys get to hear The Turn of Turmoil, written by the Syndicate themselves. I'll be back on the mic in a bit. Stay tuned. Keep watching.
I was sitting pretty, holding aces tight, dreaming about the chips I had stacked tonight. Then the flop came friendly, the pot was mine to earn. But danger's always lurking, here comes the turn. It's the turn of turmoil, wrecking every plan, cracking pocket pairs like a sledgehammer slam. The river took the blame, but we all learned. The real heartbreaker's the card that burned. The little photorista bluffing with a fan. Turns out she's no lady, just a tricky man. Lord Farqueef's calling with a 7-deuce. It's his miracle turn, sets his chaos loose. It's the turn of turmoil, the twist of fate, where the nuts go sour and the fish get great. Poker now thought rivers were the dealer's crime, but the turn's been rigged the whole damn time. Dealer, that's impossible. There's no way he just hit that straight. This site's gotta be broken. Oh wait, oh wait, oh wait, oh wait. It's the turn of turmoil. The crowd goes wild. Dreams turn dust. Stacks get defiled. From Folderista's mast to Farqueef's smirk. On poker now, the turn does all the work. It's the turn of turmoil, wrecking every plan, cracking pocket pairs like a
Well, there you go, gang. That was the turn of turmoil. Actually, referencing poker now for a change. How cool are the Syndicate lyrics, huh? Yeah, I know it's not cool. Nerds, Syndicate nerds. Let's get back into the action. As the blinds are now up to 100, 200. Millie's on the deal. Casely in the hot seat going 6. Raising it up, tripled up the... And didn't get much action on that. One of the most frustrating things for players out there is when they get a hand that they can raise and then they get no action out of it. Although sometimes you don't want the action. You just want to get the damn hand over with and take the blinds. And speaking of Casely, best overall sit and go ranking on Poker Now was 49th. Most annoyed by River Rats. Syndicate overall ranking 4th. Hailing from Colorado. Loves Hold'em the most. And that is your player, Casely, here on the World Shift final table. I do believe this is the second final table appearance for Casely as well. Most everybody you see at the table here, with the exception of Forking Acel and Millie, has been at the final tables for the other series so far. The Summer Series and also the Weekend Warrior Series. Another final table happening next week, by the way, on Monday. We'll tell you about that here coming up shortly. 9-10 Queen, Jack 8. There is a straight on that board. Who's got a card that can finish that off? Or a couple of them even. This is going to be interesting. Jammer's thinking about it. He is going to bet it. Biggie Large is going to call that one down, saying, no way, Jose. Vixen. And there you go. Everybody had a piece of it to stay right where it's at. A three-way split. Get the soy sauce. It's time for some chop suey.
Going to the strip club. All right.
Off to a new hand. Forking Acel going up 725. Looks like not quite a pot bet. I'm not sure what that is. Very strategic, apparently. Casely sitting in the big blind, already 200 in. And timing out. And Forking Acel will take that. Steal some blind action. Off to Jammer, Casely. Timing out again. I'll take it over to Biggie Large in the big blind. He will just check his option. 2 5s and a 9. Double Dolly Parton, sort of. A lot of diamonds out there now with that queen. Now a 6 clubs. Forking Acel going 5. Biggie's out. Whoa! And there's a big one. Quads. Flopped them. Boy, that's disappointing when you can't get anybody else in the hand other than one player when you flop that kind of action. Holy crap. Quad 5s for Forking Acel. What a hand. And Four King Ace will take yet another set of blinds pretty much on that. Two, five, seven, two diamonds on that board. Not a really spectacular board here. Queen of Hearts comes on the turn. Checked around for a free card on river. It is the King of Hearts. And we get free showdown. Jammer will take it with a pair of deuces. Not every hand in poker is exciting. Blinds have gone up to 200, 400. 686 on the board for a flop. Working ace will check it. Casely. Is timing out again. Nope, there she goes. 400. Called by Forking Ace. 5 on the turn. We got two clubs sitting out there. Casely going another 4. Whoa, Acer going 2650. Big pot. Or big pot bet. And he will get the straight. And takes a little bit more chips for his little stack there, which ain't so little. Still sitting in first place. Biggie Large coming in second so far with our chip stacks. Jammer and Casely down there sitting 5th, 6th, but we still have our starting crew at the table. They may not play for money, but they play for real. You don't see a lot of free poker games out there. Just everybody sitting a half hour after it starts and everybody's still playing, huh? Still with a chance to win. Working ace hole on the dealer button. Jammer with the small blind 2. Casely 4 on the big blind. Biggie calls the blind. Millie limps in for 4. Jammer takes the limp for the extra 2. Casely on the option. Checks it. 659. Check, check, check. And it is checked around for a free spade on the turn in the form of a deuce.
What you got there, man? I got a deuce, man. I got a deuce. I'm sitting on the toilet.
I don't know what that was. Four hearts on the river. Everybody checked it around. Casely will take the 1600 pot with a pair of 5s. Jammer on the button. Casely small. Biggie Large in the big blind. A lot of people out there watch our streams and they say, why do you guys just do it the chips on your streams? Well, because that's the way real poker is played, really. Online poker is played with blind counts. And for those of you that don't know what that means, here's what that looks like. They call it biggies. This is what we got. We got the bigs. We got 2.75 bigs. My name is Tits McGee, and this is bigs. Casely's not going to call it 2.75 bigs. See, nobody knows exactly how many chips that is realistically. Pocket queens there for king. But basically, the big blind counts that they can display out here is, this is basically how many big blind hands you have left in your stack. So that's how many hands you kind of have left to play. It's, in my opinion, completely stupid. But Some people like it, some people don't, but that's how they like to play in the online world of online poker. But a good portion of the Syndicate players play for real outside of the online world, so they're used to chip counts as opposed to blind counts. So that's why we keep it on the blind or the chip counts and not blind counts, if that makes sense. I'm just the voice of mystery, and this is my chaotic world. Jack 6 Jack 6 Queen, rainbowed up on the flop. Millie's going for 4. Vixen says, hell no. Same with Biggie. Millie will take the 12. Flops the pair of queens with the ace kicker. And now takes over the button. Jammer's going to go out. Casely, pardon me. Casely is folding out. Biggie large, doubling it up to 800 to go. Forking ace hole, the only one that wants to play with this horrifically pathetic flop of a 4 deuce 6. And now a 5. Checked out with another 4. 2 clubs, 2 spades, 2 4s. We got a whole bunch of 2s going on out there. And all it is a pair of 4s with a king kicker for forking ace hole. Casely under the gun here. She'll limp in for the 4 along with Biggie. Millie popping out. Vixen popping out. Acer will not go for the extra 2. King 9 6. 2 clubs and a spade. Casely going for 4. And it's up to Jammer. And to take a minute to think about that, it looks like he will go, and we are off to the next. $1,200 from Casely with the 7 of diamonds, and that'll be enough to take down the pot for 22. Casely building back slowly. Going with the Joe Biden plan, build back better. Three, 4, 5, 3 of diamonds, 4 of diamonds, 5 of hearts. Not in that specific order. Now 6 of hearts. And another 2 of club. Man, these boards are pretty light. Casely is timing out on that one to check. Check down. Casely will take it. She did have the straight. The turn of turmoil. Well, later today, or tonight, or maybe tomorrow, depending on what part of the world you're in, the Syndicate begins their new game series. Wednesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, however you want to look at it, at midnight Eastern. So I guess technically that's Thursdays at midnight Eastern in the U.S. The Where's Chase series coming up, starting here in about, what is that, 19 hours? 19 hours from now? A whole new series starts with the Syndicate. You'll see these same players probably on that table, along with the whole rest of the Syndicate crew all vying for points in a new series. Define Chase. Who's Chase? Let us tell you. Right after we take a peek at the leaderboard.
I don't need no chips, I just need your flair. Freak child's coffee, now it's my kind of affair. Acer lit a smoke, blinked once then sighed. That priceless lighter, baby, it's been chase-ified. You're here for the blinds, I'm here for the buzz. Like a glittered up raccoon with a god complex.
Just because.
Catch me if you can, Syndicate elite. Your roster's full of killers, but I'm light on my feet. I don't play a hand, but your table's been pranked. I'm the klepto kingpin, and you are my bank. Millie Porter wine, turned once it's gone. Suspects the dealer, but that read is so wrong. You built a fortress of cold calculation.
Well, there you go. That is the commercial, I guess, of Where's Chase? Starting here in about 19 hours. A Syndicate bounty series. Everybody will be earning points for knocking people out, earning points for finding Chase, who's hiding somewhere within the players' tables. You never know where Chase is at. But if you get knocked out while you have Chase, you lose points on the leaderboard. So it's going to be a game of twists and turns, that's for sure. You can check it out, syndicatepokerclub.com. Everything being played over at pokernow.club. A free-to-play poker client where everybody plays for free. Plays for free, but plays for real. Blinds have gone up in the interim. We're up to 300, 600 force blinds pre-flop. Everybody limping in except Vixen and Millie. A couple of nines on the board with a 4, rainbowed up with a diamond heart and a spade. Check to Casely. And that will be checked around with an 8 of clubs on the turn. Casely going for 6. Biggie will stay in. As will Forking Ace-Hole. And there's a 6 of spades on that river card. Last of the community cards everybody can use. Casely says it's worth 1,800. Biggie calls it. Forking Ace-Hole thinking about it. He's out. Casely indeed had the trip 9s. So did Biggie, but Casely with the big what to do deal kicker of the ace. And as we said, Casely coming back, build back better. Now clipping on Forking Ace-Hole's heels with the chip sack lead. So still anybody's game at this point, as you just saw. Casely taking a nice big hand, getting her ass right back in the game. Ace Jack 8, rainbowed up again. Jammer's going all in. For a little over double the pot here. Let's see what happens here. Casely is not going to go with that. Looks like everybody's got a hard decision to make on this one. Vixen's out. And Jammer is not going to show us what his big bet was all about. So we will be left to guess forever. For the rest of our lives, we will live this nightmare of what the hell did you have? You old fart. 937, rainbowed up again. Casely going 6, jammer. No go. Casely will take a nice little pot there. And with that, actually, Casely will take the chip lead. Jam rock and roll, Biggie Large. Millie, Vixen, all in the hand with a couple of 7s and a 10. Rainbow board, as usual. 12 from Vixen. That'll be enough to take it down. Pocket Kings. Casely, flopped the trips. As well did Forking Ace Hole. Wow. Who'da thunk? Eight, deuce, 10, 2 hearts. Professor Chips inspecting the table as we speak. We may have a collusion problem here with Professor Chips coming to inspect. He has found nothing. Professor Chips is the official Syndicate shadow creeper. Kind of call him the security guard, so to speak. Forking Ace Hole with a fan club president, Poker Pup. And check out all those profiles over at the Syndicate's website, syndicatepokerclub.com. Which is right about there. Forking Ace Hole and Jam Rock and Roll going at it here. Jammer checks his option. Queen Ace 8. 2 clubs. 2 big clubs out there. Double check with another ace on the board. Acer checks. Jammer checks. Jack of spades. Double check. And a pair of aces with a 9. Kicker. Taking that down. The kicker was a 9. Just goes to show what it could be out there, folks. Don't you know? Jack A6, rainbowed up. Everybody checking around so far. Jammer. Going all in again at 52-17. Once again, a little over double the pot. That'll get everybody out of there. Jammer hiding out that secret again. More than likely he had the ace. That's what we would think, right? Sure. Syndicate has another game coming up on Saturday, the final game of the Secret Bounty Series. On Saturday. This game is not live streamed, but another bounty series that the Syndicate plays. You can check out more of it at syndicatepokerclub.com. Somebody is marked as the bounty, but nobody knows who it is the entire game until the game is over, and then whoever knocked that person out gets the extra points on the leaderboard. And that's how that one works. Back to our action. Millie on the button. 3-6 on the blinds for Forking Ace Hole and Vixen. Big E will limp in at the 6. This will probably be our last hand at 300, 600. Blinds will be going up here in a second. 10 seconds to be exact. Oh, we will see one more hand at 300, 600. Two, king, ace. Ace, deuce of clubs, and a king of spades. Piggy goes 6. Millie calling it. Jammer says no to that minimalistic bet. 4 of clubs. Millie going for the 6 this time. Piggy will call it, and there's another Dewey. And the 2 pair aces and deuces. Millie showing king 8. Jammer in the small blind will not call the extra 4 as our blinds have gone up. Double queens with an 8. Casely will check it over to Mill. Jack of hearts. And a king of diamonds. Check, check. No, Millie will go 800. And that's enough to get Casely out of there. Millie keeping her cards secret. Syndicate playing over at pokernow.club, but you can check out the Syndicate at syndicatepokerclub.com. Stats, game links, rosters, pictures, stats, all that good stuff. It's all over there at syndicatepokerclub.com, as well as how to join the Syndicate as well. And coming up on Monday night will be a final table of Omaha Overdrive of the Omaha series that the Syndicate has been playing on Monday nights. That'll be on September 8th, 9 o'clock Eastern. Final table streamcast right here on YouTube. Tune in for it. Subscribe. What do they say? Mash that button. Hate that word. And could somebody explain to me when they decided that board played on that one, Biggie Large and Millie will split that one up. When did smashing become a new word for having sex? I would love to know who decided that. Disgusting. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this a family show? Oh, we don't discuss that kind of. Sorry, Poker Cat. Excuse me. Pardon me. We don't talk about adult things at the table. All diamonds out there. A pair of 10s is all Biggie Large is going to show, though. As we hop up to the next hand, Millie on the button. Vixen, small blind 4. 4 king ace hole, big blind 8. Jammer next up. Before we get too far into this hand, 4 king ace hole has gone back into the chip lead at 15,250. Casely's still sitting up in second. Kind of getting a map for where the game could end up going. But as we saw, anything can happen at this point. So, especially with the blinds getting bigger and bigger, the pots get bigger faster. So, it doesn't take much to end up taking over that chip lead. Biggie going 800 on this 7 king 8 board. Acer going to raise that one up. And 2 pair, kings over 8 for 4 king ace hole. Casely in the action under the gun here. She will get out of the way. King ace hole will take the 4 extra and stay in the hand with 2 8s and a 6. Now an ace on the turn. Check from Acer. Jammer checks it. And another ace. Wow. 2 pair on the board alone. Aces and eights. And that's what we're going to have. Aces and eights with a jack kicker. Dead man's hand right there could have been beautiful. A fuller house. If you would have had an ace eight. Two pairs of trips. Two pairs of trips. 5, 9, 6. Working 9 to 5. It is the Dolly Parton. Along with a 6. That's Jane Fonda bringing up the third wheel. Or fifth wheel. What is it? The fifth wheel? Oh, these youngins don't even know what in the hell I'm talking about. They probably know who Dolly Parton is, and that's about as far as that goes. Casely will go for the extra 4 and stay in the hand. Jack 4, 8, 2 diamonds. Casely going 800. Biggie staying in. 4 spades. Check, check. And a 9 of clubs will finish it out. Double check. Casely going with 2 pair, 8s over 4s. And with that, Casely is still keeping pace with 4 king ace hole. Biggie Large. Now sitting right downstairs with Millie, as things have changed for him. With an ace 5-10 on the board, 2 hearts. 9 of hearts on the turn. Millie's out. Vixen will go. Biggie checks it. They'll check it. And just a pair of 10s from Biggie Large. And we will just double check our leaderboard. It is up to date. Working ace hole sitting with 19,850 on the chip lead. Casely's sitting right behind with only about, $3 grand behind. And then a big space down to Vixen down in third. So, 4 king ace hole, Casely holding tight. So, in the interim, let's take a microphone break, give you guys a few tunage moments. And we will be right back. Enjoy the action, and hopefully nothing major happens in the interim. Be right back.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a wild new crew that started on a gaming trip with chaos breaking through. Freak Child was the fearless lead, 4 Kane brought the style. Vixen's moves were sharp and smooth, they played for quite a while. The weather started getting rough, the server lost its chill. If not for the code of the Syndicate, they crash against their will. Syndicate Island, they were born in the game. Built this world from code and grit. Will you roll with us? You just can't quit. Legends rise and no one hides. Loyalty's our battle cry. We don't run, we don't fold. Syndicate, we break the mold. Now this is where the fun begins with gadgets, loot, and flair.
Well, there it is. That that was very interesting how the song was ending right as that happened. Casely taking out Jam Rock and Roll. Jam Rock and Roll will finish the game in, well, last place, in 6th place. Our first victim of the final table. Casely taking out the Australian. In their first, the Australian players finally getting a chance to play with the Syndicate in some of their tournaments and making the final table on this one. It almost sounded racist, didn't it?
Damn Australians, get them out of here.
Anyway, Jam Rock and Roll actually sitting Syndicate overall 13th, but that will probably change with the new scoring. So that's probably incorrect there. But does hail from Australia, age 68. Once got quad aces at the Flamingo. Musician and guitar player himself. In which you just heard Syndicate Island debuted just now. Lyrics written and figured out by Forking Acehole himself. Little mandolin help on the design of the music from a guy we call the Binkley Meister. And the Freak Child putting all the rest of it together with his creativity and musical ability as well. And then mastered out through AI. They make no secret of that. But there is actual music that's written behind all that. You don't just say, hey, make a song about my butthole. No, they actually write songs. Just with some AI help. Use all the tools at your disposal and you will do a great job, right? Yeah, whatever. Shut up. Play the game, voice of mystery. Or tell us about the game. Biggie Large doing whatever happened there. Biggie Large on the button. Blinds are up 500, 1,000, so we're getting bigger and bigger as we go here. Millie hanging on in the small blind, going 500 right now. 500 to go. That'll go up to 1,000. Checked by Vixen on the option. 8 Jack 7, 2 hearts. Another heart in the form of a 5 coming on the turn. Millie checks it to Vixen. Vixen checks it. We're getting fast and furious. Here it goes. Wow, look at that board. That is wet, wet, wet. 1,000 from Millie. She had the straight. Was looking for that 6 of hearts sitting there, possible straight flush. But Millie did take that one down. Stays alive on the button now. Vixen, small blind, 500. Acer in the big blind with 1,000, Mr. Big Bucks. Casely with the other big bucks. Casely currently the chip lead. 10, 8, 4, 2 diamonds. 1,000 from Biggie. 1,000 from King. Another diamond on the board. Will be no to go. It'll be 25.50 to go, and that'll be a no from Biggie. And Acer does not show. Keeps it a secret. I'll never tell. Three deuce jack, 2 spades. Casely in the small. Biggie in the big. Jack deuce 3 all spaded out up there. And a king of diamonds. And that'll be enough for Biggie to take it down with 2 pair. Kings over deuces. Syndicate playing live as you watch. This is a live game happening right now. The World Shift Final Championship table. 8 weeks of qualifiers, 8 games with a point system put in place. The top 6 players made this table. And that's who you're seeing play right now. But it was a field of, 12, 13 players, as well as the rest of the Syndicate crew that plays in there. About a total of 30 players altogether. Always room for more at the Syndicate. And we will see Millie be the next victim going out right behind Jam Rock and Roll. As she will take 4th in this final table. Millie, our other Australian player from down under, something like that, whatever you want to call. I don't have anything quirky for that. But Millie, 27, hailing from Australia, loves Hold'em. Always seems to get lots of royal flushes. Syndicate overall is 12th. Most annoyed by the lack of wine at times. And the poker now sit and go ranking is showing 30th, but I don't know what that stat is. Somebody's going to have to explain to me what exactly that means, because the new sit and go season just started. So who knows? Vixen with pocket kings. Anyway, congratulations to Millie and Jammer also for making the final table, their first final table and their first tournament with the Syndicate. So they play for real, every one of them. Casely folding out to 4 king ace, holds big blind of 1,000. Biggie going up to $3,000. King 10 5. $2,000 from Biggie. Acer will stick with it. Another club on the turn and another club on the river. Not a big one, but big enough for Acer to bet it. Biggie showing that he was close to chase, or well, he was chasing the flush pretty much. Wasn't quite there though. Acer on the button. Folds it out. Casely in the small blind. 500 to go. Casely timing out. Biggie will take the blinds. And our blinds are going up 600, 1,200 now. Things are going to get real interesting real fast. Everybody's showing their shitty cards. Casely in the big blind on the option. Checks it down. 3, deuce, 6. Rainbowed up. Casely is timing out. And that will check her out. Queen of Hearts on the turn. 1,200 to go. That'll put Biggie all in. And Vixen, no thank you. Or no, I'm sorry, she called that. I wasn't watching the right game, apparently. 24 to go. 48 from Vixen. This could be a battle of the flushes here. And it was ace high flush. But that will take Biggie Large out in 4th place. So we're down to our final 3 on the final table here of the World Shift Final Table, Final Championship. Blah, blah, blah. Forking Ace Hole currently the chip lead. Vixen sitting in 2nd. And Casely as the short stack at the moment. King 8-3. Casely will take that one down. Casely in the option. And that time's out. Checks. Queen 9-6. And that will give Vixen a hand there. Casely on the small. Ace are going up 27. Casely will call it. 4 deuce 8. Acer's going 33 to Casely. 33 to go. And she will fold that out. Or Jack King. 2 clubs. Lost my mic for a minute. 3 hearts. On that turn. Who haven't we looked at? Oh, Vixen. Thank you, Poker Cat. Can't leave anybody out in the player profile spotlight. Last of our players spotlight here. Hailing out of North Carolina. Well, that's got to be changed because she's getting rid of that. But it is Vixen. 11th overall in the Syndicate. Not telling you how old she is, but she's annoyed most by douchebags and does not have any notable poker accolades. Which I think is bullshit. But that's Vixen for you. Whole bunch of clubs sitting out there on that board as we turn another one in the form of a jack. Vixen, Casely going at it on this one. 7 of diamonds. Casely going 12. Vixen. Thinking hard. Says no. Casely will take that one. Game getting back into a close proximity of each other. Tables have turned. Casely's now sitting behind Forking Ace Hole, who's showing his pocket fours. Casely on the option. 7 Jack 8. 1200 from Casely. Acer's tripling that one up for a 3-bet. Says no. She had the pair of 8s, but was not going to go any further than that. Vixen checks the option as we see an ace deuce 4, 2 spades. Another spade. in the form of a 6. Casely bets it with Vixen's call. 7 of clubs coming on the river. Casely thinking about making a move, maybe. And Casely will time out for a check. Vixen betting it up. 36 to go. Casely says no. Pocket 3s. Too much on that board for her to go. 5-6 queen. Tried to get to this before we had a knockout. PokerNow.club, where the Syndicate play. You can check us out over at PokerNow.club. All free to play poker. Free to play poker client. Poker with friends. Free poker with friends. Built on GitHub, played in Discord, and now it's one of the biggest free to play poker sites out there. Poker clubs, free rolls, AEW sponsorships, all sorts of cool shit out there. So check it out, pokernow.club, and then while you're there, check us out, Syndicate Poker Club, syndicatepokerclub.com. Yeah, I said that right. More coffee, please. 2 queens with a king, hearts. Ace are going 24, Vixen. Ace Jack. Ooh, did not want to chase her straight. $1,200 for a family pot, possibly. Casely timing out on a check. 7, deuce, 8, 2 diamonds. $1,200 from Casely. Vixen doubling up to 24. Casely will call it. 6 of hearts. A lot of stuff out there on that board at the moment. 42 from Vixen. This is where big decisions can happen. Casely says no. Pocket kings from Vixen again. We now have 4 king ace hole in the action. Letting everybody know a little bit too much information. But he has to go pee. We used to have a sound effect for that. Oh, here it is. Casely in the action. Casely on the option checks at 8-4 deuce. Checks it down to Vixen going 14. Casely calling it another deuce on the turn. Vixen going aggressive with another 14. Casely will not go. Pocket 6s from Vixen. Point in the game where big decisions need to be made here. Casely going up 42. Acer will call it. 3 clubs on the board on the flop. Casely going all in. With the final 28-61. Acer not liking the clubs on the board. Says no. Trip 7s for Casely. Back in the game. Casely definitely playing the Joe Biden game tonight. Build back better. Let's see if that happens and continues. Vixen and Ace are going heads up on this one. Queen 10 King. Rainbowed up with a 3 of spades on the turn. And another king to round things out on the river. $7,000 from Acer. Vixen. Vixen not liking that, apparently. Or has decided to have a stroke. One of the two. We have no idea what's going on here. Ace Jack of Hearts for Broadway. Oh, Vixen had 2 pair. Acer full of Broadway straights tonight. As our blinds are sitting at 700, 1,400 now. With a 5 Jack Queen 2 diamonds on there. Now 7 of spades. Nasty 7s could be danger. We'll find out. Casely. 21 to go. We'll call it 3 of diamonds. 35 from Acer. It'll be a big chunk of change for Casely to call. She will not. Has the queens for a pair of queens from Acer. Acer starting to pull away from both the ladies here. 5, 6, 10, 8. Check from Casely. Vixen going 14 on a minimal bet. Casely calling it with a king of spades on the river. Casely going all in on the shove. Vixen says no. And that'll put Casely back up. It's going to be a tight race here to see who's going to be taking on Acer here. 3, 4, 9. Casely. 28 to go. Acer says no. It's getting interesting. If you love poker, check us out. PokerNow.club. And also, check out the Syndicate. SyndicatePokerClub.com. Stats, player profiles, calendar of events, tournament series, and how you can join the Syndicate as well. Check us out. SyndicatePokerClub.com. World Shift Final Championship Series, or Final Championship Table, Final Table. King 10-5, rainbowed up. Final table participants who made the cut. Top 6 of the field. Jam Rock and Roll, Millie, and Biggie Large also were in the game. Jammer going out in 6th. First one to get the axe. From Casely, actually. Millie followed right behind not shortly thereafter. And then Biggie Large, also known as the Big Bully, went out in 4th. Oh, that's who we didn't profile. Poker Cat taking a nap. Chip stacks right now, Acer has got about a double chip lead over Casely. Vixen's sitting right about even with Casely on the World Chip Final Championship table. Casely going 28. Acer says okie dokie. Checks it over to Casely. The 4 hearts on the turn. Casely thinking about it. Says she's going to go 28. And Acer says he ain't going to go no 28. And Hims is out. About 2 minutes left with the blinds at 700, 1400. Then they will go up another notch to 800, 1600 in about 2 minutes. Queen, king of clubs, 2, 3 of diamonds. Casely in the action. Both players check it out. 5 of spades on the river. Both check it out. Casely with a pair of 3s. An exciting pair of 3s. Look out, Daniel Negreanu. Or whoever the hot poker player is now. Oh, that's the Freak Child I heard. He's the hot poker player. $1,400 on the blind. Casely says, no, we're not limping in. Going up $4,200. You're going to pay to see the flop. And everybody's paying to see the flop. We got a family pot. And a big one at that. Jack, king, 5. Casely going 56. Not quite half the pot there, I don't think. No, not quite, but almost. That was a big pot. Casely taking it down and not giving any indicators as to what she had. She is now right on the heels of Ace. Vixen down on the ropes. As the blinds will be going up here in about 20 seconds. So our next hand, after this next hand, blinds will be going up 800, 1600. Casely raising it up. She ain't letting no freebies at this point, apparently. 8 jack, clubs, queen, spades. Casely going another 42. 84. Going double. Queen, queen. Check from Acer, 56 from Casely. Acer calling it, 7 of clubs. Acer going all in. Casely just took out in a humongous fucking pot. Just took out Acer. Holy shit. I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. Holy crap, when we were talking about Build Back Better, you just saw that happen. Holy shit. Ace queen on that, and Vixen will take that. Wow, Vixen's got some work to do. Will she take the cue from Casely about Build Back Better? We will find out. With big blinds going on right now. 8, 9, queen, rainbowed up. Check from Casely. Vixen shoving at 39.89. Casely, going against the pocket jacks. Here we go. Pocket jacks. They hold this time. Pocket jacks hold. The epitome of horrible luck is pocket jacks with the Syndicate Poker Club. But Vixen definitely taking the cue on the build back better. Let's see what happens. 6-7-4. Casely going 16. Vixen no. Vixen 16. Limping in on the blind. 5, King, Queen, rainbowed up. Casely 16. We are not playing around anymore. These ladies are out for blood. Vixen going 64. Betting the pot. Casely says no. There's the king. We're not going anywhere at this point, folks. We are keeping it right here. $800, $1,600. $5-10 Jack. Both ladies check. 32. Check from Casely. Vixen says you're not seeing it for free. Well, not seeing it for free, but yeah, whatever. You know what I mean, people. Shut up, voice of mystery. $48 from Vixen will be enough to say no, and pocket kings to boot. Probably a smart bet with Casely holding that ace. Could have been a river of tears or a turn of turmoil right there. All the Syndicate music, by the way, is on Bandcamp. Links to all that. If you join the Syndicate, you can download those albums, all for free. Vixen going 16. Casely will call it with a pair of threes on the river. So did Vixen, but she only had a 6. Outkicked. Vixen definitely taking the build back better cue as we are almost getting even again. Casely going up 48. We are not seeing flops for free. 8-7-8. Casely going. Vixen says okay. Vixen checks. Casely checks it. And a king of clubs on the river. Finishes it out. Check from Vixen. Ladies check. Casely had it. Pair of 8s with the extra king, with the king. Jack Queen kickers. What do you want to call it? Whatever. Speaking of kings and queens, that'll be enough for Vixen to take that one down. Limp in from Casely. Vixen says no. Not seeing it for cheap. Casely says okay. Got a heads-up match. By the way, that's the other thing that the Syndicate has going on right now is called face-off. All the players are playing against each other in a face-off or heads-up tournament. Everybody plays each other in a round robin, and then they go into the playoffs. Vixen and Casely have played before heads-up. Vixen did end up winning that match, but that was in the round robin. We have yet to get to the playoffs yet with the face-off series. You can check out more about that over at the Syndicate website, syndicatepokerclub.com. Casely Vixen checking it. 2 of hearts on the river. Casely will take that extra stack of chips. Putting Vixen on the ropes again. Lines will stay at 816 for about another 3.5 minutes here. Deuce, Jack, Jack. 16 from Casely. This is exciting, isn't it, folks? Just had a caller call in and said, hey, whoever's on the mic, get back on it after you've gotten out of high school. Thank you very much. Eight, four, ace of hearts. Vixen shoving all in, 31.78. Here we go. Casely with 75% over. And that'll do it. That is it. Casely gets the flush on the turn. That is the end of the World Shift Final Championship table. After 9 weeks technically, we have a champion. Casely will take first. Vixen in second. Forking Ace-Hole taking third. Rounding out our top three over here at PokerNow.club with the Syndicate Poker Club. The World Shift final table has been played. It is over. It is done. Casely taking first. Vixen taking second. Forking Ace-Hole taking third. Biggie Large bringing up fourth. Millie fifth. And Jam Rock and Roll taking out sixth. And that will do it. This has been the World Shift. Thanks for tuning in.